What is up, you guys? It is your girl GC the Trader, and we are back with another video, you guys. I hope everybody's having an amazing day. Today is Sunday, November, let's see, 23rd, 2025. I hope y'all had an amazing weekend. I hope y'all getting yourselves together to get back into the swing and get this final week of November started and see if we can secure some profits before this Thanksgiving break. So yeah, you guys, today I'm just gonna be going over last week's trades. Talk a little bit about the trades, break them down. What was my psychology and mindset when I took the trade, the result of the trade, and how did I deal with that results? Did I accept it, or did I do something I was gonna regret? So that's what today's video is going to be over. Also, we may take a look at the news and see what news folders we have lined up for next week. It may not be too much going on because it is Thanksgiving. So, we don't know how crazy the markets is going to be moving, but hey, we're still going to try to make some money if we can. So, with that being said, you guys, I'm not going to hold y'all and take up too much of y'all time today. So, let's get started with this video. Okay, you guys, I'm on my NQ chart. As you can see, this was the trade that I took Monday. What day was Monday? Let me look. Monday was November 18th. No, I didn't take this Monday. I took this Tuesday. November 18th was Tuesday, 2025. I had went for an ICC sale for this trade, and it did, as you can see, result in an L. We ended up losing $100 on both of our accounts, and we wasn't too much tripping on that loss because the previous week we were dealing with psychology problems. We kept ourselves out of a lot of winning trades last week due to lack of confidence and not trusting ourselves in setup and psychology. So I wasn't too upset about this L because I was happy that I even participated and got in the markets and didn't let fear stop me. So yeah, after breaking down this trade, I did see that this was an unnecessary L. When I say unnecessary L was I didn't really wait for the proper pullback, as you can say, to even enter into this trade. Once price started to drop down, I initially thought that, hey, we were about to sell past, but I didn't even wait to see if I didn't even wait for price to break through my key level. So I really shouldn't even been taking a sell right there because nothing was really telling me to sell at that point. You get what I'm saying? If I would have just waited, got this confirmation, I would have saw that, hey, NQ didn't want to sell anymore. NQ wanted to buy. So that's why I said after reviewing this, this was a unnecessary L, because if I would have waited to see if price even wanted to break past this key level, which as you can see it didn't. It never showed me it wanted to go past it. This was the closest it showed me it wanted to go, and as you can see, this move happened after my trade. So I jumped the gun on that one, and that was an unnecessarily L. But as I stated, due to the week I had last week on psychology, I was just happy that I had a trade idea and went with it. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, that was the L that we took on um Tuesday. Let me go to, I think our next trade was on Thursday, you guys, because we only took 3 trades this week. So my first trade was on Tuesday. The next trade was on Thursday. So let me go to Thursday. What time did this trade happen? It happened like around 9:50. So let's go to the 9:45. Okay, there we go up there. As you can see, y'all already pre-marked on my chart to make this real easy, so we not trying to sit here and figure out what setups we took. So yeah, you guys, this was the setup for Thursday. We went with an ICC buy that day, and this trade resulted in a break even slash loss. And the reason why I said break even slash loss, on my Theedgefunder account, it was a break even. I ended up getting stopped out the trade at like $4 in profit. And then on my other funded account, due to slippage, even though my stop loss was at break even and a little bit in profit, due to slippage on my other funded account, the other platform that I trade with, due to that slippage, I ended up resulting in like a $7 L like 650, but after like, commissions and shit. Oh, excuse me. I don't even know if I could be cussing over here. My bad, you guys. But yeah, after commission and fees, it ended up being like $7 and some change. So that's why for this trade it was break even and a loss. But the crazy thing, you guys, is this right here. I have both of my trades set up. I only took one trade this day, but this trade right here, as you can see, this was my Sims count. This one. But I did hesitate a little bit. I did hesitate. As I stated in Thursday's video, I had a pre-order set right here. So as soon as price got right here, it automatically tapped me in on my Sims account. But I did not have the pre-order on my funded accounts. So I had to manually enter myself into that trade, and I hesitated. So where you see this trade is where I actually entered on my funded accounts, and as you can see, we did not hit TP. Price ended up reversing on us and stopping us out at break even. And as you can see, this was a high volume candle, and it makes sense as to why slippage happened right here, because when I actually saw this candle happening, it was moving very, 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 very fast. So I'm just thankful that it stopped me out $7 in the negative and not 100, because that slippage can be crazy. So on Thursday we had a little hesitation, but I accepted this L as well, will break even, because even though I hesitated, which in the past I would have hesitated and not even went into the trade at all, but I didn't hesitate. I got my head together, and when price came back down, I immediately re-entered into the trade. And as you can see, price came very, very close to my TP before it decided to retrace and stop me out. So even though this was a break-even day, if I wouldn't have hesitated, we would have had a W, would have been $153, but we hesitated, but we didn't let that stop us from playing the game. We entered into the trade anyways, and we accepted that, hey, we didn't let fear stop us. We gave it a shot. It just so happened when we entered, price wanted to retrace just to go where we said it was going to go. You get what I'm saying? So I accepted that. I walked away. I was just happy that I didn't let this hesitation stop me from even entering into the trade. You get what I'm saying? So as you can see, I was still dealing with a little bit of psychology and hesitant this week, but completely different from last week. I did not let it stop me. I still entered in. I still played the game. So we're going to go to our last trade of the week, and that was on Friday the 21st. So let's go to it, you guys. And I think that was around, let me see, 10:45. Let's go. All right. So this was the trade for Friday. Make this a little bigger for y'all so y'all can see this a little better. As you can see, we did take an L on Friday. We did take a L. It was only $50 because on Fridays, uh, Wednesdays, depending on the market, and but definitely Fridays and Mondays, we only risk $50. So the max loss we can have across both accounts altogether will be $100. $50 on each account. I do the same thing on Fridays. I do the same thing on Wednesdays, just depending on the market. But on Wednesdays, I will give price a little bit more wiggle room. And on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I give myself a max risk of $100. So we only end up losing $50 on both of our fundeds. And as you can see, I entered into the trade, but I did jump the gun. I didn't immediately enter right here at the first break, because in the past when I've done that, price has stopped me out. And as you can see, that isn't the first break. This is the first break. This is actually the second break. But in the past, based off this confluence, and when I will wait for price to break again, I would normally get stopped out. And by me watching market, I realized that it doesn't matter if price broke the key level already. If price breaks the key level again, it's going to retrace again. So based off of watching the market and jumping the gun and entering too early, I have seen that regardless of how many times price broke through that key level, it's gonna always retrace if it breaks that key level again. So because of that, I decided to wait for the break, which even though this is the second break, this is considered the first break. I waited for the pullback, which I thought was the pullback because this candle originally started off as gray, and my gray candles are my sell candles. So originally, this candle was gray right here, and when price dropped down, I entered in. Only wanted to risk $50 immediately. 19 seconds later, you guys stopped out. Stopped me out immediately. But I had an idea, and in that moment, I thought price was done pulling back, but it was not. And in this case, after reviewing the trade, I should have waited for a full pullback. But even with waiting for a full pullback, even if I would have entered again right here, as you can see, price never came to my TP level. I remember that my TP was probably like around 415, 420 maybe, because that's where my London low was. And then at the opening of market, NQ on Friday took out the Asian high and the London high. So my target was that before it wanted to go any higher, that it would take out that London low and retrace. So as you can see, it doesn't matter where we would have entered. Price did not want to go to our initial target. But I would say if I would have waited for this break, I definitely would have been at break even and would have got stopped out at break even. Because as you can see, price went way past my 1-to-1, and that's my rules. When price passed my 1-to-1, that's when I will move my stop loss to break even and leave it there until it hits my TP. So as you can see, we would have entered the trade here. Price would have passed our 1-to-1. We would have been at break even. We would have been at break even. Price would have retraced, took us out. It would have been a break even day. But we did jump the gun on this trade. But as I stated, due to the week of psychology I had last week, I was just happy that I even entered into the trade, you guys. So yeah, I'm gonna put my P&L calendar on the screen here. So as you can see, you guys, we had a red week. We took 3 trades, and we lost 2 trades, break even on 1 trade, and then kind of semi loss on the other trade. But I still consider that a break even because I was risking, I think, $95 for that $7 loss, and it only ended up being like like I said, $7 loss. So to me, that's still break even because I didn't lose what I planned on losing for that day. I lost less. So, guys, we had 2 L's and a break even. So we had a red week. And hey, those weeks are going to come. It's going to happen. But it's how you handle those weeks and what type of psychology you're going to have. Because red weeks don't define you. They don't determine how good of a trader you are. Even the best traders have red weeks, have bad trades. You get what I'm saying? It's about how you handle those losses and how you handle those red weeks, and can you bounce back from it? Because trading is 80% losing, 20% winning. So how are you going to handle those losses? It's going to determine how you handle those wins. So you guys, uh, let's see. Let's see if we have any news for next week. All right. Got a little half screen up for you guys. All right. I have a lot of my trading stuff that I go to. I have a lot of it starred, so that way it's easy to get to it. So let me move this over, you guys, make that bigger. Okay, let's see. All right, no news Monday, of course. Tuesday, okay, we got some red folders at 7:30. So if anybody who trade volatility, hey, you want to come into the markets at 7:30? That's where the power is gonna be at. But as far as New York session, orange folders, not too bad. That'll give a little push. Wednesday, of course, Wednesday's gonna have some activity before Thanksgiving. So yes, a lot of tannin folders. Sorry y'all, my laptop about to die, so I didn't bring my charger out here. So we have a lot of tannin folders, but lately the tannin folders, by the time the New York session comes, they have already been passed. So normally I haven't been worried about the tannin folders because normally tannin means all day, not a time. But normally by the time this day comes and I wake up, the tannin is gone and they didn't already had the folder. So we're not gonna too much worry about these until that day comes because it may pass. And then of course we have a bank holiday, Thanksgiving, and then let's see, is there anything Friday? Nope, I don't think it's anything Friday. Nope. So yeah, it's pretty cool week next week. You get what I'm saying? I don't think it's gonna be too much noise. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, you guys, that's all we have for today. I hope everybody got themselves together, was able to reboot, wash that old trading week off of you, and prepare for the new ones. You know, new week ahead, new opportunities, new markets, new chances to prove yourself and be 1% better. So, thank y'all for sitting down with me and watching the video and taking your time to you get what I'm saying? Just listen to me and be in my energy field. I really appreciate y'all. So please like, subscribe, share the video if you haven't already. And with that being said, I'm going to let y'all go. And your girl GC the Trader is out.